Well, good afternoon. Christian here again, and welcome to another video of another TV in my vast collection. We will be looking at one or two different electronic equipments as well, not just TVs, but sticking for TVs for the time being. We'll probably look at some VCRs. We've got some VCRs, DVD players, and other electronic items as well. Probably audio items as well that I've got lying around. So we'll review those in later weeks as well. But for sticking with TVs for the time being, mainly because that's mostly what I've got. Today we're looking at this, which you can see is quite a leap in technology from the last two TVs that we've reviewed. We're moving forwards from 1987 to what I believe is around 2006, when this particular Panasonic model was out and available. Could have been a little bit before that, but I've done a bit of Googling. Again, it's a set that I've not owned from new. In fact, I've only owned it for about nearly 12 months now, coming up to 12 months. But doing a bit of Googling and Google searching that this model, everything seems to have stemmed around about 2006, from like the reviews from when it was obviously first came out as well. So the actual model of this one, I've just pulled it out, so we've got a bit of, it's the Panasonic TH-37PX60B. So that denotes that it's a 37-inch set, so quite considerably bigger than the 14 inches that we've been looking at in the last two videos. And this is actually a plasma TV, not an LCD or a CRT. This is actually a plasma, which is quite unusual for a plasma to be made in that sort of small screen size. Mainly plasmas sort of came in, you know, really maximum, well, from about 40 inches upwards to 50 and 60 inches really. They did actually do this model in a 42 as well, the TH-42, but as I say, this one's the 37, so it is quite a unique telly in the fact that they didn't really manufacture many plasmas in such a small screen size. Now, obviously, the main advantage that the plasma had over, because really plasma started to come in when CRT was coming to the end of its run. And the main advantage that plasma had over CRT is the fact that it was a lot thinner. So you can see straight away when you look at the depth, in comparison to even the portable ones, you know, because of the picture tube that the CRTs contain. Obviously they had big massive backs on them, and because these don't have a tube in them, these have a panel, obviously the sets could be a lot thinner. I mean, even this one compared to a modern TV that you buy now, it's quite thick, but obviously back then this was considered to be a very, very slim TV. So they were still good for wall hanging, although plasma sets was still quite, you know, really heavy in comparison to an LCD or an LED TV. A lot heavier. In terms of picture quality, people will have their own opinions on it. I've never owned a plasma before. That's why I wanted to get this one, because I wanted to, you know, see how a plasma fared in quality. Most people said that plasma was far superior picture quality because they do perfect blacks, whereas LEDs and LCDs, because they use a backlight for their technology, they tend to suffer with not very good blacks, because you get a bit of bleed through the screen, so they don't do blacks very well. So plasma was always considered to be, you know, better picture quality. People, you know, having used this TV, it's a very good picture. There's one bit of a disappointment that I did have, and whether it's because it's a sign that the TV's getting on in years and the panel's not as good as it was, I don't really know. But I'll point out in a bit what I mean. It's a smashing picture, but there's certain areas where I was a bit disappointed, really. That I was hoping for a lot more. So I'll point out what I mean. If you can probably see it on the screen once we power it up and do what we're going to do today. Why we're going out of focus. Right, okay, so let's do a brief overview. Spare me a second.